Welcome to Throwback Thursday, and welcome to the series where I play a game that I've already reviewed in the past, and this week I'm doing a request from Tiger, who asked me to play Clue on Super Nintendo. So I was thinking about, how to go about this. Well, first off, let's see, I'm just gonna pick Sleuth, go in the middle with this. This was what I was kind of, debating. Well, how many players to play? How many computer opponents? I'm thinking 4. I could do all 6. Have everybody in the game have the least amount of cards to start with, and then try to make it a real dive into the, to figuring everything out. But I don't really want to have an overboard of computer opponents who, are taking their turn. For the sake of time in the video and all that crap, I just figured 4 is a good, a good medium. I'm going to pick, I'll be Plum, because he was my favorite character in the, VCR, version of the game, where they had all the, characters acted out. We gotta have a Mustard. I gotta leave 2 of them out, that's unfortunate. I think I'll do Scarlet and, Green. No, I'm not. I'm gonna do Peacock. I'm gonna have the, so it's not too much of a sausage fest. Okay, so, I did have a little, notebook here, I have my own side notes on a sheet of paper with a pen that doesn't fucking work, so I'm gonna need to mark this off with a pencil. Billiard room and library. Alright, so we've got more rooms than anything else, which is, how it is. There's 6, there are 6 suspects, 6 weapons, and 9 rooms. So, that figures that we would get the rooms. Alright, so Scarlet's going first. It's funny, there's a room called Hall, and then everything in between are halls. So I don't know what the hell, and we're going last here. Everybody else is moving along. Alright, let's try to get to the study. That's the first spot. I like how everybody has their own starting point. In the Master Detective, which is my favorite version of the game, it's everybody starts off in the cloakroom, which is in the middle. Wait, didn't have the wrench, huh? What's she gonna do here? Put white with the pipe? That was in the hall, okay. What was I gonna say? Oh, here we go. We're gonna get into the study here. We're gonna make our first little, potential accusation of sorts. Alright, so we're gonna go green. Let's go green with the knife. We'll see what happens. Green was in the hall, okay. So green and the pipe were in the hall. Well, we green and the pipe are both, green pipe and the hall are all are all potential possibilities. So that all that could have been the case. Why would you suggest green candlestick? I mean green. Yeah, green with the. Yeah, green had the pipe. So we already. Wait a minute. If so, green had the pipe. The pipe was in the hall, and green was in the hall. Oh wait, we already kind of knew that. Yeah, green had to have the pipe. Yeah, all those add up. So I'm kind of thinking. I mean, it might be early to jump to an accusation here. She's doing the old secret passage. If I don't know. I don't think I can just stay in the hall and I mean, all we know is that green had the pipe in the hall. The rope was in the conservatory. Okay. Can I just interrogate here? I'm just gonna do this interrogation here to, the green pipe hall thing. I mean, this doesn't mean anything, the fact that all of them, these were the three that were together. I know, you have to suspend disbelief with the whole, you know, which murder weapon was used when, yeah, you know, if you have the body, you should be able to tell. And what room it was in. Alright, so, if it could not have been in the hall, we know green was in there, and we know that he had the pipe, that the pipe is no longer in the cards. Alright, so Peacock was in the study. So the lounge thing doesn't... Everybody's hanging out in the lounge now. I guess it's the place to be. It'd be funny if I fucking did it. There's still 4 left, and I'm one of them. I was not in the dining room. Is it my turn? Nope, it's... She's going back and forth between the two. White did have the revolver. Alright, so... How the hell did I end up in... Oh, because... Yeah, alright, when... That's right, I ended up getting brought into the dining room. Alright, let's... Alright, so I was not in the dining room. I don't have any other clues as far as the dining room is concerned. But, you know, while I'm in a freaking room, I know that it wasn't... The dining room is ruled out, so... Wait a minute, the dining room is ruled out. Yeah, because I have the fucking card for it. So the dining room is ruled out, and well, I wasn't in the dining room, so that doesn't mean anything. But you know what? I could still pull off an interrogation here. I'm gonna say Peacock and... Well, Peacock was in the study, so this is a bad move. Can I back out of this? Shit. I already got her with the knife. Shit, alright, well... It's too late. I already fucking made my, interrogation. Alright, well, we already... Yeah, we know that the hall was ruled out, so... That was a waste of time. I fucked that up. I fucked that up by hitting the wrong fucking button. I was hoping to get at least a card of something else. I fucked up all my goddamn paperwork. So I was in the lounge. So she's gonna say that I did it in the lounge with something right now, isn't she? Yep. With a knife. No weapon was in the lounge. Alright, so if that's the case, I'm ruled out, and so is the lounge. There's no weapon in there, there's no death, and I was in the lounge, so... I am good. I am gonna take the trip to the conservatory, though, the secret passage. And, I have... the rope. I have the rope tied to the conservatory. And nothing tied to the rope. So I'm gonna just go on. I'm just gonna go with mustard and rope. But I think if I do this though, we're gonna find out that the same shit we already know. No one was in the conservatory. All right. So we can rule out the conservatory. If the rope was in there, then the rope is not in play, and that is it, because we can't rule out mustard because I just threw it out there. It wasn't like he's not tied to the conservatory or the rope. Did anybody have the rope? All right, I gotta end my turn here. Yeah, I got nothing as far as the rope is concerned, so. Alright, so we make a suggestion here. Alright, we already know mustard wasn't in the conservatory. He suggested himself. Wait. Okay. And some of these are just going back and forth. Now everybody is in the fucking conservatory. White revolver conservatory? Why? Nobody was in the conservatory. Alright, I'm just gonna get the hell out of here. Because I do have the lounge. I'm just gonna roll my way out here. There's nothing really... We haven't done anything in the ballroom yet. Well, now we're gonna get Scarlet in the ballroom to... She's gonna suggest that I use the stick. I did not have a weapon, so... we didn't learn anything from that, which is, I guess good, because nobody else learned anything either. Alright, everybody's making their way to the ballroom now. I mean, I guess it is the closest to the conservatory. That's where everybody friggin' was. So, he's suggesting White in the in the ballroom. We're finding out that White was in the billiard room, yep. White had the revolver, and White was in the billiard room. So, that's interesting. No, it isn't, because, alright, so if White didn't do it, and she was in the billiard room, that rules out the billiard room. We already fucking know the billiard room is out of the question. If we know what White had, though, We just know what she didn't have. She did have the revolver, actually, so I can rule out the revolver. Mustard was not in the lounge. It doesn't really... We just know that the lounge wasn't the room. Alright, let's see. I'm already in the ballroom. Should I make a suggestion? It's either the knife or the wrench. And the ballroom is still up for grabs. I'm just going to make a suggestion from within the ballroom. I'm going to say Peacock and... Wait a minute. Peacock was in the study, so that's not... I got to do it from within the ballroom because it's a suggestion. I have no ties to the ballroom, and... so... Mustard was not in the lounge. I'm going to say Scarlet. I got absolutely no info on Scarlet whatsoever. And I'm going to just go with the knife. Because I have no knife info either. Alright, so Scarlet was not in the ballroom. That's... Alright, we'll end the turn. It's either the study, the kitchen, or the ballroom. We're still in the ballroom. Mustard, Candlestick Lounge. It wasn't anything. Candlestick was in the library. And it was not the Candlestick. We already know the library was not the location either, so we learned nothing. Uh-oh, we're getting an interrogation here. Not an accusation, that's a big difference. But this is a, hey, let's go with white revolver billiard room. We know it's not the revolver, so this is going to be bullshit. And they're just going to say, hey, we got evidence. The gun was on the thing. Yeah, I came out and said, hey, I know it's not white. And I, yeah, now we all know it's not white. Alright, now it's my go. I'm going to roll out of here. I'm all set with the billiard room. I mean, the ballroom. Let's see, where do I want to go, though? Kitchen, ballroom, kitchen, study. I'm going to go to the kitchen. Let's see, how many do I have? One. That's as far as I can go. Just going back into the ballroom. Say it was Peacock with the rope. Peacock was in the study. And no one had the rope. And we already know the rope was not used. So that's that. Dining room, you know it wasn't dining room. Are we gonna get any other info, though? Scarlet did have the candlestick. We know that the candlestick was not the weapon, so I can rule out Scarlet. So that leaves Mustard and Peacock. We know Peacock was in the study, and we know Mustard... All we know about Mustard is that he was not in the lounge. Knife was in the ballroom. Now, the knife is definitely still... It's either the knife or the wrench. And the ballroom is still one of... the possibilities. There's a lot building up here towards the ballroom. And now the knife is part of that as well. Ugh, I'm thinking, like, should I go into the kitchen or should I go back to the ballroom and make a suggestion? that Mustard did it with the knife in the ballroom, because we know that Peacock, who is the other possibility, she was definitely in the study. So it was either, I mean, the whole thing could, the knife, it could have been wrench too, but if it was the knife, oh boy, and I can go into either room now. Shit. Like, I'm thinking, I kind of want to, I mean, there's kitchen, ballroom, and study. If I'm gonna go to the kitchen first. I'm going to suggest Peacock. No, Peacock was in the fucking study. So, like, this isn't going to get me anywhere. But if I can go Mustard... If I can tie Mustard to the knife... They're going to give me shit that I already know, or something that is nothing to do with what I'm asking about. I mean, it will be something to do with what I'm asking about, but it won't... Mustard was in the ballroom. Oh, boy. Alright. I'm thinking... Oh, boy. We know that the knife was in the ballroom. Mustard was in the ballroom. So we know Mustard had the knife. But that doesn't mean that it wasn't Peacock in the study with the, with the wrench. It's like it's one or the other. I can almost say it's definitely not the kitchen, because the only two suspects that are left are Mustard and Peacock, and they were both in the ballroom and the study respectively. So I'm gonna cross off the kitchen as well. It's those two left. I mean, I could just take a wild guess at it, but that's a 50-50 shot. Look at things over again just to make sure. White didn't have the wrench. That's the only thing that I have with the wrench. And the only thing I have with Peacock is that she was definitely in the study. But I don't have enough to know for sure. I'm hoping that these computer opponents don't know for sure either. She's tying Mustard, knife, and ballroom. Well, again, we know that this Mustard, knife, ballroom all ties together. But she's gonna make the accusation. If she doesn't get this right, we know it's gonna be Peacock, wrench, and study. Yep, that was it. Damn, I could have done it. I could have just went with the accusation. But the thing was, I didn't know. You know, Scarlet must have had a card that ruled out Peacock, or like, she must have figured out that it was Peacock. It wasn't on Peacock or the wrench. Well, that was it. We lost. We came so close. Came so close. You know, it is what it is. And you know, damn. Oh well, you know, it is what it is. It's how it goes. Sometimes you win some and you lose some, and that one we lost. Not so great with these board games. You know, I did not win in Monopoly either, although I did come closer in this than I did with the Monopoly. But 0-2 as far as board games on Throwback Thursday. I think those are the only two that I've done. But anyway, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. If you have any requests, please leave them in the comments. And I'll see you next time.